My name is Nancy Gordon, and I'm honored to have been asked to share some short remarks with you about a woman who was an example to me of how one could live a long time, maybe not long enough, but live well. Betty Massenburg passed from this life earlier this week, and while I wasn't there, I imagine she did so on her own terms, the way she seemed to me to always live her life. In the 20-plus years that I was acquainted with Miss Betty, it seemed to me that her very presence, often at perfection, was shown in the way she loved her family, the way she acted toward others, and in everything she did. She conveyed that she lived a good life, and she demanded from others that they do the same. I was privileged to know her and to love her for over 20 years. When Phyllis called me and asked me to speak today, I thought about all the words that described Miss Betty. Matriarch, institution, rock, steady, proud, disciplined, stern, no nonsense, inspiring. She was a large presence in the lives of all of us who knew her. She reveled in her independence. There was a time that I'd see her one morning each week when she'd come into perfection, she'd put up her things, and she'd immediately start about organizing her day. She had her own car, and to my knowledge, never stopped using it. She grew up with hard work and valued that part of her life. If you were a regular at the shop at Perfection, you knew that at the beginning of each year you would receive a calendar of your schedule for the coming year, put together by her personally and in her carefully handwritten script. In 2005, I decided to run for district court judge, and I shared that aspiration with Miss Betty and asked her if she'd help me. And I was really blessed when she said yes. She encouraged me to believe that I would be a good judge, and now that I've succeeded in that endeavor and I've been elected, I really treasure her confidence in my abilities, and I hope to live up to her faith in me. I remember the day I took her picture for my campaign materials. She was in another one of her purple dresses. She did take pride in looking good. I told her that I'd put some text together for her review and for the use on the campaign postcard. And a few days later, when I went back to show it to her, she showed me what she had written, also handwritten. I didn't expect her to do that, and I was very moved. It was so her. I used her statement without any alteration in my campaign materials, and I was and am so flattered that Miss Betty would think so well of me. She was a gift to those of us who were privileged to know her. She was a steady presence, always reliable and always ready with a smile, some words of wisdom, an example, and a lesson. The love of her family and friends was a polar star for her. Again, I wasn't there, but I imagine when she passed on, she said goodbye on her own terms, strong, independent, and perhaps a little ornery. I expect she'll greet St. Peter the same way, on her own terms. I'm honored to say that I knew Ms. Betty and counted her among my mentors and my friends, and to all of you, and particularly her family, I say, may you be easy in your grief, and let us all be grateful for the life and time we spent with Ms. Betty Massenburg.